Did you know some water crossings are slick as ice? Find out how to avoid the crash on this episode of
Hazards of the TAT.
Riding the TAT through Oklahoma presented quite a few challenges and more than a few hazards. A really sneaky one turned out to be the slick, algae-covered concrete water crossings that have banged more than a few people up and bruised more than just the pride of riders past. We're going to talk about it, and at the end, I'm going to give you a few tips to stay upright and dry.
Another thing to take into account in Oklahoma, water crossings, especially the low water crossings, a lot of them are concrete based. There is a algae that gets on them that is slick. It is slick as owl snot, and
I would call it. I would put it closer to ice, like wet ice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not just that. I don't understand why they polished that concrete, and maybe it's just the vehicles coming through there polishing it. But I got out there, and it would be slick without the algae on it, and that's what I tried to do, is stay in the tracks and stay out of the algae. And it was less slick, but it was still slick. Like it was, not quite ice, but not something that I would want to ride across Wrigley. And
if you try to control on it, you're gonna have no control. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's just a lot like sand. And
I get a little raspberry, carry me through to Colorado, I guess.
Probably bruised your ego as much as it bruised your...
Wear gear.
Yeah, wear gear. Jeez. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's
wear
another
gear.
Big message.
That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, little spills like this could end your trip, You could be so miserable from the injuries you got or had to go to the hospital or, surgery or whatever. Simple little things like some padding and some good tough material to keep from opening up your knees and your elbows and your hands.
Gosh, that is slick.
Well, we hit the slick bridge in Oklahoma, and I made it across, but Jake didn't. He went down about halfway through. It's so slick you can't hardly stand on it. Dang.
There are going to be creek crossings like this in lowlands on the TAT and off, so be prepared. Here are the best set of tips for crossing these obstacles, and they all apply to ice or slick surfaces also. Slow down before crossing. You should have just enough speed and energy to coast across without accelerating. Choose your line before crossing. I would even suggest well-worn tracks. There's less algae and mud in the tracks, typically. No inputs while crossing. This means no handlebar movement, no brakes, and no engine. So, in other words, you need to pull in the clutch before crossing. Just a twitch of the throttle can spin your rear tire, so clutching before the crossing is the best way to prevent this. Relax. Do not tense up. Check your 6. Make sure your buddy made it through. Good chance he didn't. Well, these are the basics to get you across safely. I hope they work for you. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more hazards coming up here.